Hey, it's mid-September 2025, and there's a lot going on around the world right now. So, let's dive in and get you caught up on some of the biggest global stories you should know. First up, the conflict in Gaza is still raging. Civilian casualties are mounting and there's a real crisis of famine and displacement. Israel has issued new evacuation orders in Gaza City and launched more airstrikes. The fighting isn't just local, there's been a worrying escalation in the region with drones and missile strikes linked to Yemen's Houthis. The situation is tense, and it's drawing in more players by the day. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Russia-Ukraine war isn't letting up. Recently, Russian drones have been spotted crossing into Polish airspace and Romanian airspace, which has set off alarms not just in those countries, but across NATO. In response, the UK is ramping up air defense and military readiness. Germany is boosting its defenses. France is increasing military readiness. Denmark is also stepping up its air defenses. It's a reminder that the ripple effects of the conflict go way beyond Ukraine's borders. Political unrest is also making headlines. In Nepal, massive protests led by Gen Z forced the prime minister to resign. That's a huge deal for a country that's seen its share of political ups and downs. And it's not just Nepal. Protests are popping up in countries all over the world, often tied to the Gaza war, rising costs of living and immigration issues. People are making their voices heard, and governments are being forced to respond. Diplomacy is in the spotlight too. Donald Trump, now back as US president, is on a state visit to the UK from September 16th to 18th. He's being received by King Charles III and Queen Camilla with all the formal events you'd expect. State banquets, ceremonies, the works. But it's not without controversy. With the Gaza war ongoing, there are demonstrations planned and even some political boycotts of the events. It's a reminder that big state visits are never just about the pageantry. On a lighter note, the world of sports and culture is buzzing. The 2025 World Athletics Championships are happening right now in Tokyo, running from the 13th to the 21st. Extreme heat has forced organizers to move some events earlier in the day. Over in Rwanda, the UCI Road Cycling World Championships are about to kick off, the first time this event is being held in Africa, and Liverpool just wrapped up the World Boxing Championships, bringing together athletes from all over the globe. In China, there was a massive military parade on September 3rd in Beijing, marking the 80th anniversary of the end of Japan's World War II aggression. It was a big display of military power and nationalism, with new tech and lots of symbolism. And finally today, September 16th, is World Ozone Day. It's been 40 years since the Vienna Convention, a global effort to protect the ozone layer. It's a good moment to reflect on how international cooperation can actually work, even with everything else going on. So that's your quick roundup of what's making waves around the world right now. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit subscribe and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.